What is up, you guys? Welcome. We made it to Friday. Let's go. I am in a much more lax scenario today because it is kind of like doomy and gloomy around where we are. So I just wanted to stay cozy and live in my best shirt ever, which is have the best day. Love this shirt. And because it's who I am. It's the message I try to bring, right? Have the best day. I really do mean it too. People think some people are just nice, just to be nice, but I actually mean it. I actually care. So that can be the uplift and the downfall of me for sure is this big old bleeding heart of mine. So welcome, you guys. Welcome to Behind the Layers podcast. I am your host, Cara Christensen, and this podcast, we uncover the good, the bad, the ugly in the fitness, health, and beauty industry. So welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do like, subscribe, follow whatever platform you're on. I am streaming this from YouTube. So if you are over on YouTube, I can see your messages directly from there. Otherwise, I have to kind of shuffle in between and hopefully catch those. But I will take breaks throughout the podcast and jump over and see if any of you had any questions and address them. So I am going to start a new way of doing it for TikTok because it is a different format. So I am going to start doing TikTok separately on a separate device so I can see you guys better. But I do see you when you're rolling through and joining. So I am so grateful. And I hope you feel all the love that I'm sending you your way for supporting me in this channel and just trying to reach as many people as I can to help them living the best life from the inside out with all of my knowledge and licenses and expertise. I'm here to share all of that with you. So welcome. And if you guys have not gotten the memo yet, make sure that you do listen up because I have started the March Madness raffle. And the way that you get your name into the raffle is becoming a subscriber on Instagram or Facebook to my bodywork sessions. And that's at Cara Chris TV on Instagram and Facebook. So you just have to subscribe to one of those. And I'm going to be doing I do the live sessions there where it's workouts. And then I work with you on what your goal is, kind of giving you a guide to how to reach that goal and just kind of doing check-ins with you. It's a more intimate interaction with me where I can actually help you with your specific goals. And it's only $9.99 a month just to get all of that access to me and my guidance to you. And that's over at Instagram and Facebook. So if you are a new subscriber, just write new subscriber or raffle in the comments as soon as you become a subscriber. And if you are referred by somebody, make sure you put their name because they get entered in twice. For people that are already subscribing, you get entered in once. And for people that are, if you send somebody to become a subscriber, make sure they put your name in so you get additional entries into the raffle. I'm going to be doing it at the end of the month. It's going to be a package giveaway. And it did just start out as one thing, which was the resistant bands that I'm always talking about on here. But now I've got other sponsors that are sending in things to put into this raffle bag. So I'm so excited for you guys to get this raffle bag. But I will be doing the raffle on my live stream at the end of the month. So be sure to like, subscribe, and share so you know that when I am live. And I really do appreciate you guys' support. Hey, Bo. Hey, Caleb. Long time no see, Caleb. What's up, Bo? Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming back. I know, I'm super lax Friday right here. It's so cold here and rainy and chilly. I just feel like being cozied up and, sipping on some hot cocoa which is loaded with refined sugar. But so that's probably, they do make a healthy version of cocoa, and you can do it yourself. I've actually done it myself, and it doesn't taste as good, but it's not terrible. I just take the cocoa powder and then I put a little heavy cream in there, and I put monk fruit or stevia to sweeten to taste. It's pretty good. Nothing beats, the old school refined sugar taste. But I feel like there's a little, maybe put some addicting crack in that sugar that they use. But yes, it's like a cold, rainy day. Those cold, rainy days where you just want to like curl up and put a good movie on and eat food that's not good for you. That's the kind of day I'm feeling. And it's Friday. So, you do what you can, right? You do what you can. We're all human. We all have things that we love and get into. My shirt is my favorite. This is my favorite sweatshirt. Have the best day. And I truly do mean that. And I love wearing it around. People read my shirt. I catch them reading it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? I really mean that. Have the best day. Thanks for asking. Life's good, Caleb. Life's good. It's been very good. It's been very busy. My daughter started a new charity foundation. She's 7. So when she wants to start something, that actually means I'm the one doing all the work. So that's been fun. I love that she has a big heart like her mama and wants to, give back to kids that are like her that have gone through cancer and are on the other side of it. And she just wants to, give them some good, fun, happy memories with their loved ones. So she started a foundation to do just that. She wants to send 10 kids that have fought cancer and are on the other end in remission, and 2 loved ones for each of those families, to Carowinds, which is our local theme park that we have here in North Carolina. So it's really cool because they have a whole roller coaster theme park with like rides and stuff for the kids side, and then like big kid rides, us adults. But also the other side is like a whole full-on, full-fledged water park, and that's all inclusive in your admission. It's really cool. So it's going to cover the cost for them to get in, their food and drinks for the day, and their parking. So it's really exciting if you guys want to help out with her with her raising the money for these kids who have fought cancer. I'm going to put the link in the description on this video so you guys can check that out and kind of read about her story. I mean, what 7-year-olds do you think are like, you know what I want to do? I want to raise money not for just themselves, not for something for themselves, but to make other people happy. I think it's so beautiful that she has this heart, and she's just like that in general. Like if she gets money or she gets something, like she gets rewards at school for being like, a rule follower and helping other students. So they get to pick like candies or something like that. And she knows that she has only one kidney left. So we have to really watch the sugar intake. And so she'll bring it home and give it to her brother. She's just so good like that. She'll pick out the things that she knows he likes. She's just so sweet. It really is like so sweet to have a daughter that's got such a big heart. You could try all you want as a parent, but you're not always guaranteed that, they're going to come out the way that you chose to raise them. So it's nice to feel that she has that rewarding heart and she wants to do it. So of course I'm going to support it. But yeah, it's been it's been a lot because I started a Facebook page for her and an Instagram page. It's Caroline. So my name with line at the end, Caroline Lilly Lilly. So that's her Facebook and her Instagram. And I'm pretty sure I have the link up on there. I'm trying to keep up because I got 6 of my own shuffling socials plus my website. Plus, I started the organic line, and now she's trying to do this thing to send these kids. I mean, these kids have been through it, and these parents have really been through it. When you watch your kid and you feel so helpless, and they're just fighting for their lives, and all you can do is pray and hope that it's not their time. And, it's going to be so special to get together with all these families and have just a beautiful day with them. So I'm going to be sharing that with everybody that's on my socials, and also those that have donated. I'm giving them shout outs, and we're sending them little special gift bags for being a part of it, and just letting you guys meet the kids that are coming, and sharing like special videos and pictures and stuff with everybody that's donated. So, we just started this last week. So it's 7,777 is what we're raising. It was around like 7,765 to send the 10 families. There's one kid the cancer fighter, and then they get to bring 2 loved ones, and that covers all their food, the parking, and their drinks, the refillable drinks for the day, so they don't have to have any financial burden. I just want them to go and have a good time. So I just rounded it up to all God's numbers, 777, so I'm not sure what it's at right now, but yeah, I think she's only raised like a couple thousand so far. But I do appreciate you asking. Thank you so much. I'm going to see if I can put it on here in the chat. I don't know why when I'm sharing links, it's not showing up for you guys, so I might just have to add it. But if you go to Caroline Lilly on Facebook or Instagram, it's CAR, and you don't have to have an account to pull that up, I don't think. So it's CARALINE, and the middle name LILLY. She's great, you guys. She's so amazing. Like, not just because she's my daughter, but just because like her spirit is so beautiful and infectious, and even everyone, adults that come in like contact with her to have a conversation, they're like, wow, you think you're speaking to like the Queen of England, how she's so proper and she's so excitable. Like, she uses words like, if she's getting like to help in class, she'll say, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you picked me. I was really hoping that I could do that because I just love it. She's got like all the words, not like, okay, she's like expressive like that. So that's really cool. It's really cool to have all my kids. One is more of an introvert, super very smart and very talented. The other is more extroverted, also loving, but he likes to push the envelope, my middle child. And then she's bringing in the caboose, just like full on, embraces the world and love, and it's awesome. How are you doing, by the way? It's been a minute since you've been on here. Welcome, you guys. I see you guys over on TikTok. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys showing me the love. Thank you. Thank you. I know. Yeah, it says, have the best day. And this is totally my jam. This is my vibe. Every time I leave the house, I feel like, I try to rock this vibe, even though I'm not wearing it all the time, but I try to rock this vibe because I really do hope that my loving energy radiates so big that people feel that I'm genuinely, care about spreading that love, and maybe my smile might make them smile. Sometimes people look at me a little side-eyed like I'm after them or want something from them. I'm like, "Really?" So, sorry for smiling at you and asking you wishing you a good day. It's kinda crazy. Aw, thank you so much, Caleb. I appreciate that. Let me see if I can get not sure how to put that on to all of these things. I know. Yes. April. Hey, what's up? Yes, welcome back. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Well, yes, she went through cancer at the age of 4. She was diagnosed. When we went in, we were told like they did a sonogram on her belly just to see what was going on because she fell. We had just gotten the Nordic track rower, and I had it set up in the living room, and she was just like playing around on it and fell over and hit her hip. And this girl's like a really tough cookie. Like, she's not someone to be, complaining if she like fell down, or those fall downs that kids do where you're like, oh my gosh, I can't look. You're like, oh please God, don't let a bone be sticking out. So she just will slam into like a wall or fall down and then just kind of pick herself up and be like, I'm okay, and keep going. So she fell on over the rower thing, like the bar in the center. She fell over the rower, and then when she did like one of those flip overs, and I was like, "Oh gosh," but I'm used to her smash and being fine with it. And she got up and she kind of was like yelling, like yelping. It's like a noise I've never heard her do, which would because she was in extreme pain. And then she just started like she wouldn't stand up. She wasn't crying anymore. She just wouldn't stand up straight. She was just like hunched over like this and just kept walking like an old grandma. And she was just like walking around. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "I'm okay." I'm like, "Well, why aren't you standing up?" And she would try and stand up and then go back over again. I mean, they're 4. They don't really know how to like express fully. But I was like, something's not right. So I called her pediatrician. She said to go ahead and bring her in. And then she started throwing up. So I was like, oh gosh, this can't be good. So they sent us to the ER. And in the ER, they did a sonogram. And then they were going to send us home with with that the diagnosis was constipation. And I was like, "Oh, wow, you can get that much pain, like hunched over like that." And they said, "Well, if there's gas trapped in there and it hasn't passed, and I do feel that she has a stool in there, so she's constipated." And I was like, "Okay, so what if it's not, though? What are some signs we should look for when we get home that this might be something more serious?" And he said, "Well, if she continues to vomit or throw up, then bring her right back in." So it was like God's divine intervention because when they were bringing us the release papers from the ER, she sat right up on the table when the doctor came in and just like threw up all over him, like projectile, like exorcist style. And so he was like, he turned right back around. He's like, "Yep, we're keeping her." And then took her in to get the MRI. They didn't want to do the scan because of the radiation on little ones. But I was so persistent because I know my child and I know this is not right how she was acting. And I know she's been constipated before, so she's never acted like this. But yeah, they came back. He came back in, and it was like, it was really difficult. I'm trying not to cry. It was like almost, when you hear news, or maybe you don't know, but if you hear news that you get and it's like your brain can't process the words. It's like something you can't even your mind won't even let you go there. Like you cannot understand. I just couldn't understand what was going on. So he comes back in with this whole depleted, like saddened, like exhausted kind of just defeated energy with his head down. And he comes in and he's like, and he just like shaking his head and almost teary eyed. And I was like, wait, what's happening? And then my husband starts getting teary eyed. And I was like, why are you guys, what's happening? I don't understand what's going on. And then he starts talking about how sometimes you can miss things in sonograms because this was so big. Her kidney, kidneys are very tiny and she's 4. So supposed to be tiny, and it was more like an eggplant. And usually they can catch this type of tumor because it'll protrude out of the belly, but hers was growing upward underneath her rib cage, so it wasn't detected. Nothing was sticking out, but the whole mass that he thought was just dark matter within her belly was actually the entire mass of the cancer. So it's like huge. So he said he's so sorry. He just kept apologizing and just like devastated, this man. I know he's never going to forget that for his whole life because he was sending us home for constipation, and really it was like the worst like cancer. And it had what the pain was she was feeling is she fell over the Nordic tract, and when she did that, she ruptured the kidney with the cancer mass spilling out. So that went from a day that was okay, all right, we're on the other side of this, to within, all of 15 minutes, your whole world gets flipped upside down. So you just never know what life can throw at you. I know that was a long-winded explanation, but it's just how it went. And now I learned to just, never take a moment for granted, because you just never know when just a second will change your whole life, literally. So we went to right from there, we were admitted, and we went to the cancer ward because they needed to get that kidney out of her. So being such a large mass, I mean, imagine your mind, right? As a parent, your mind is like in a million places. Like, what am I doing here? How did we get in here? Wait, where are we? Your mind is just like, it protects itself from trauma. So it was, when we were sitting in there, I was like, this is just leaking out. Like, it was 2 days before the surgery. And so all I'm thinking is, you got this big mass that just my daughter fell on it and busted it open. It was so big and so just like about to bust out of the kidney itself. But because she fell on it, it was a more precise rip. So it wasn't like an explosion in there, which would have been the worst, which is where it was headed. But it was more like a rip in one single area, but it was still just leaking out. We were in 2 days. We had to wait to get the surgery. So of course your mind's racing in a million directions. We had like prayer groups all over the world praying for her in our community and our church. And the priest came in and he put a blessing over her. And it was just a whole surreal kind of whirlwind. And then they took that kidney out, and they're supposed to have the results in 5 days to see if there were any cancer cells that they could find. They searched the whole area and then some to see if there are any more cancer cells floating around that might be able to, post up somewhere else. So 5 days had passed, 6 days passed, 7 days passed, 8 days. We were going on the 9th day. So, other family members were kind of like, oh my gosh, this is bad. And I was like, no, actually, I feel like I just felt this powerful movement inside of just like not excitement, but peace. Like, they're taking so long because they're so mind blown that they cannot find not even a microscopic piece of a cancer cell in her body with how big that was, and how it erupted. So, and sure enough, that's how it came back, that they couldn't find anything, and they kept going over the area and over the area and retesting because they just couldn't believe it. So we were still forced with the option, because at that point I was done. I was ready to take her on out of there and let's go. We're good. We got all that out and we're good. But the doctors said if there is something that our microscope can't catch, it's better to zap all chances now at this young age when her body can recoup and rejuvenate quickly, rather than something else that they missed or comes up later, rooted, and it became worse. So you're stuck with that decision, and we went that route. So she did all the chemo and radiation, and it was rough. It was rough, but you really get to see your community and the people that you have spent your life surrounding yourself with, and the positivity that you weave into your surroundings through your life, from, just in our church and our school community and our friends and people that just really rallied for us. So it was a beautiful thing to feel and see and go through, even though it was the hardest thing we've ever been through. But it was a beautiful thing to go through in the end, and the outcome. So it's nice. It's such a rewarding and warming feeling to be on the other end right now, where she is going on 4 years cancer free. And, she wants to do this beautiful thing for other kids like her and giving them this opportunity. So we're working with the Brenner's hospital that she was at here in our area, and just getting, 10 kids that they submit to us, and it's going to be great. It's going to be really cool. And thank you guys for asking. That was very sweet. She is a joy. She is full of life and so funny, because we talk about, we got to do posts for your socials. So, that's how this works. And she's like, okay. And then like all of a sudden she'll be like, all right, I have something to say. Go ahead, record me. She's a trip. She is so excitable and so funny and so much like personality and charismatic. And I'm sure it has a big part to do with this being her testimony in life and this being her message. So I'm excited to help her out in any way I can. So yes, it's Caroline with an A. Caраline, Lily, Lilly. It should be coming up. A lot of people would try to spell it with an O, and it doesn't pull up the right name. And then Lily has 2 L's instead of 1. So try that and let me know. And then if we'll pull it up and try and do that myself. But thank you guys so much for being involved. And anyone that doesn't want the shout out can just go as a donator. You can put anonymous if you don't want me to shout out, give you a shout out, or send you guys the little Carowin's Child Cancer Foundation. So we're gonna send everybody that donates a little gift bag just to say thank you. So just let me know if you do donate, if you do not want that. Oh, hi. Hey, Brad. Thank you. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that last name. Sorry. I don't want to butcher it. But welcome. Good to see you. Okay, diving in, you guys. Thank you so much for asking about her. That is so thank you, Caleb. You're very kind. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. So today we are talking about some fun facts. Remember, if you want to get into the raffle, which is also on here, the raffle for the giveaway, that's not going to be until the end of the month. And I'm going to do it live on stream, kind of like old school bingo style. So to get in that, you have to become a subscriber either on Instagram or on Facebook. And it did just start as one little fitness package, but now other people are messaging me to put their products they're trying to get out there into the bag. So it's going to become a nice little health and wellness bag for you guys, a little gift package for you guys to whomever wins that raffle. And remember, the more people that you refer to the bodywork sessions that are going to be, and for $9.99 for the entire month, you get live workouts with me, and you get to have my ear and to help guide you into whatever direction that you are trying to go. Maybe you're just trying to get healthier. Maybe you're trying to get your blood pressure in check. Maybe you're pre-diabetic and you're trying to get just healthier in general, or you want to work out, you're working on that midsection, or you're working on dropping some lbs, or whatever your case. I will be there to help guide you. So you're getting a nutritionist, a fitness coach, and a health and wellness coach, all encompassing in one. And for ladies, I'm a licensed esthetician as well. So I'll give you skincare tips, makeup tips, how to do your hair if you got a special event. So you get a lot for a little. So that's what I'm all about here anyway, helping you live your best life from the inside out without breaking the bank. Giving you a lot of not all my expertise and licensing and knowledge and everything I've put my whole life into for the last 25 years. So, moving on to, let's get into it. There are some really cool things on here, some things we've heard before in our little fun facts Friday, but this is we're going to go through it and we'll see what do we already know and what do we not know and what's interesting to learn about. So let me share this screen with you guys so you guys can follow along. And these are 59. It's interesting. I'm not sure what they just tapped out at 59. They're like, we can't come up with 60. So we're just going to tap out right here at 59. I think that's pretty funny. Okay, let's go over to, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for, yes, I appreciate that. Thank you. My microphone, you weren't here, Caleb, but this darn I just got this microphone and it was highly rated. Now I'm like, are people just, am I getting the whole wool over the eyes? It was highly rated by thousands and thousands of people for podcaster microphones, and it's not cheap. But for some reason, when I went and looked back at the very few 1-star reviews, they all seem to say the same thing about the cord being so sensitive. You can even breathe on it wrong and it'll unplug itself. And then here I am doing a podcast talking with no sound going out like this. really, really frustrating. So I do have another microphone coming in, not the same brand. This is a Yeti, a blue Yeti, you guys. Don't believe all the hype about this 4.8 stars, I think. I was so frustrated. So frustrated. I was like, what? I just got played, y'all. Okay, let's go to, these are 59, not 60. I'll have to come up with a 60th one and like a nice round number. So 59 fun facts for Fun Fact Friday. Let me have some water. My teenagers just came in, so I'm sure we're going to get some interruptions. Next week, I am going to be going back to the 1 p.m. time slot. I just had to shift it this week, but I am going to go back next week, and it will be back at the 1 p.m. slot. So, all right, number one. I knew it. Let me get it back here. There you go. Hi. Okay, number one, exercising for just 1 hour a day can make a big difference. I'm just trying to get my clients to exercise for 30 minutes. So if I can get them to do that, why is this big thing up here? Then I'm pretty happy about that. But if you count some walks, people don't count the walks. They go to the gym, they do a workout, or you do an at-home workout, and it's, usually like 20, 30 minutes. Some of my clients are only doing a 4-minute, 5-minute Tabata workout, which is totally fine. But you gotta get, if you go out on walks with your dog, or you have baby and you take them out on a stroller, you gotta include that. That counts. If you're out moving your body, you're not just sitting down on your butt. That counts. Okay? So walking or exercising for just 1 hour a day can make a big difference. A study compared, and I like this. It's funny. It's called Board Panda, this site. But I like him. I like the site because they go and, like me, deep dive and find actual studies and facts, and they are able to back it with those things instead of just like throwing out random things without any kind of backing to it. So I do like that measure, and I like the name Board Panda. But yeah, so let's dive into it. So it says a study compared people who exercise for less than 30 minutes per week and those who engage in physical activity for roughly 7 hours per week. Remember counting those walks, the steps. I always tell my clients, it's like 10 or 15 bucks. You can get a step tracker that goes on your wrist or one that clips on your hip. Some people don't like things on their wrist. They don't wear jewelry or anything, but you can get one that clips on your hip, on your like pants area. And yeah, you count those. Every step counts, right? So you calculate the steps into miles or time spent. So you might actually get this amount of exercise all said and done from the time you're like walking back and forth to your car or to your work or to, up and down your stairs like we have. I feel like I climb Mount Everest every day in my house. But it matters. If you don't have a fitness tracker, you should definitely get one because it is a really good way to keep a goal in mind. Like I like to get my clients to stay within a 10, actually more like a 12 to 15,000 step count. It sounds like a lot, but you're counting each step. So it gets there pretty quickly. But I feel like that's a very nice, safe health zone is the 12 to 15,000 steps. So it kind of gives you a little motivation too. When you look down and you're like, oh my gosh, I've only got 9,000 steps. Let me go move my body or just march in place. It also counts. Or get on your walking pad. You guys know I'm a huge advocate of that walking pad. Okay, so the results showed that the latter group, the ones who engage in physical activity for roughly 7 hours per week, had a 40% lower risk of passing prematurely. 40%? That's a big number. That's actually a very big number. But I like this page because also they'll put the reports down. You can click on the report and go and read the report and see if it's something that you believe in or not. But moving on to number 2. Okay, regular exercise can help one sleep better. You guys know we talk about this constantly on this podcast. Many people find that exercising helps them sleep better. Notably, people so tiny. Notably, people who engage in moderate to vigorous exercise have better sleep because it shortens the time it takes them to fall asleep and reduces the time they spend awake in bed at night. Physical activity can also lessen daytime tiredness for some people, the need for sleep aids. So that we talked about that some at one of the podcasts this week. But it makes sense, right? Like if you're expending more energy, your body is producing has this all this energy and stored energy if you have a lot of fat. And you're not going to be able to sleep well if you don't expend some of that energy, that daily energy. But when you do sleep deeper at night, because you have put a little bit of movement into your day, you do sleep deeper at night. You will feel so much better when you wake up in the morning, more energized and alert, and with it, rather than your frontal lobe being so clouded and tired and exhausted and making really bad decisions for you. That frontal lobe, you got to take care of it, and the way to take care of it is to get enough sleep. It's true. You have to do the things that we talked about, which is like drinking sleepy time tea if you have trouble sleeping at night, or taking a hot bath and just getting off of all of your devices an hour before you're going to sleep. I know it's easier said than done because a lot of people need sound to sleep, but if you can put it on your phone, if you don't have an Alexa, you can put it on your phone while it's plugged in, and go to YouTube. They have so many sounds for sleeping, for deep sleep, and it'll be like 8 hours to 10 hours to 12 hours to 14 hours of the same constant sound, so it doesn't break up or like make it, stop in the middle so you have to wake up. But it's a really great way to relax your mind and also let your mind process a lot of things that you took in the day. So I really find, and it's hard for me because I'm constantly doing research and looking into things, so it's hard for me to do that process. But I force myself because otherwise I'll be up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and then calculating, okay, how many hours till 6? And then I'm already like panicking because I'm not going to get enough hours of sleep and I'm going to feel like junk the next day. So it's just like a spiraling whirlwind of no, of a hard no. So getting that sleep, doing what you, okay, Epsom salt. So, I know one of you guys asked me that yesterday and I missed that question and I apologize. Epsom salt is like a magnesium bath salt, and magnesium is so good for you in your bath if you have a bath. To You can drink it also. You can drink, well, not the bath salts, you don't drink that. Some people do, but no. But you can drink magnesium, put it in a tea, or take capsules, and that will help relax your body and just get you in a more relaxed zone. And it's also very good for muscle recovery and just getting your, like, all the aches and ailments, kind of putting a nice cool gel blanket over it to keep it calm for the rest of the night. But if you put it in a bath, it gets absorbed immediately into your skin. Same way if you drink it in a tea, it gets absorbed immediately. There's no pill you have to break down if you put the powder in your tea. Or they have tea bags that are sleepy bags, sleepy time tea bags. I would use one of those because most of them have magnesium in them and melatonin, which are all natural and safe. And if I'm here promoting it, it is going to be as holistic as it possibly can be. I don't ever promote any kind of over the counter damage to your body. Not happening, not here. I'm sorry, I'm so thirsty. I didn't get all my water in this morning, you guys. I was just so busy. Okay. So, okay, moving on. Physical, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Sleep is so important, you guys. I can't even with like screaming that from the rooftop. It really is, especially when you get older and you're hitting like past 40. You really need to have a sufficient amount of sleep to combat all the things your body is going through, all the changes, not just as a female with menopause or perimenopause, but men go through menopause. And you guys have some changes that are going on in your body too. The drop in testosterone for you guys is real. So that's why I talked about yesterday, that intermittent fasting, that 17th hour of being fasted, and you get that 1300% boost in your testosterone is huge for you guys. So dropping one of those, 17, 19-hour fasts in through your week is always going to be super beneficial for you. Okay. Next one. Swimming is a great form of exercise because it incorporates both cardio and strength training. Totally true. And people that have come to me with ailments like they have, or they have had surgery, or they just have inflammation in the knees or the hips or the back so bad, that's the therapy that we do. That's the workouts and the rehabilitation that we do is usually in a pool because it's lighter on your joints. Now you don't have all that pressure from your body weight down on your joints, and you can get an excellent workout all at the same time as cardio and strength training because you have to use your muscles to engage them to move yourself through the water. Unless you're floating on your back, then you're not really working out much. That was what one of my clients said. How about I do this for the next 30 minutes? I'm like, how about no? You're just going to waste your money with me training you if you just want to float on your back in the pool. So, I got a bunch of teenagers out there. I hear them making a muck. Okay, so moving on. Let me see what this study said. Sorry. Whoopsies. All right, when it comes to swimming, I don't have to read this whole thing, do I? Yeah, when it comes to swimming, people have two main problems. Finding a suitable lap pool is the first, and the second is how challenging swimming actually is. It's true. I never really realized how many people that are adults don't actually know how to swim until I started being in this fitness arena and having to use the pool to for rehabilitation. So it takes a lot of work to get your body horizontal and move it forward or backwards through the water. But 20 minutes in the water may burn over 250 calories just for 20 minutes. Pretty much the same, if not more, as running, which is very hard on your joints. Every muscle fiber in your body, from your core to your extremities, is activated when swimming. Totally true. No other activities are as demanding on your upper and lower body while being kind to your joints. It's so true. It is absolutely so true. Additionally, the anaerobic nature of the sport will immediately increase your heart rate by promoting hypertrophy. I get tongue tied on these hypertrophy and essentially muscular growth. I'm saying that word wrong. It's like I watch too many foreign shows, and I'm constantly reading the subtitles and I'm hearing them speak in another language. So my brain switches on and off of English. Okay, so yeah, it's true. I really think, and swimming is nice because if you're like a hyper sweater like I am, it's nice to be. I know it sounds disgusting, like you're sweating in the pool. There's so much chlorine in there, though. It's like zapped immediately. But it's nice to be in a refreshing environment where you're just not dripping sweat profusely, even though I don't mind it because I know it's getting the toxins out of my body. But at the same time, it is nice to be doing an exercise that is in a wet, it's that like, you feel like more refreshed, even though you're getting a hardcore workout and not so nasty and sweaty. So that would be my 2 cents take on that. But it is true, everything said there. 30% of adults report lower stress levels after working out. Have you ever met anybody that has like gone to the gym and they had a rough day, right? And you have every right to like have your feels, and then you go to the gym and then they're still like raw. I just don't know anyone that's ever felt like they go to the gym and then they feel worse afterwards. Like, I mean, I guess if you injured yourself in the gym, or maybe somebody sat on a machine for too long and just frustrated you while you're in there because you needed that machine for your superset, which also happens a lot. I'm so sorry. Okay, what about Jordan? Okay. I love you, sweetheart. Mom life first, right? So, I don't know. Have you ever gone to the gym and been like worse afterwards? You're just in a worse mood after you've gone to the gym? I've never experienced. So I don't know. Throwing that out to you guys. Maybe you have. Maybe you have. What's up, you guys? Hey, Robert. Nice to see you again. I promise I'm going to look at everything that you guys are saying. I'm just trying to stay on track. I have to go pick my daughter up, so I'm trying to like get through these 59, not 60. I don't know what it's like so funny to me. I don't know. I just feel like if you're putting a list out there, it's weird if you can't find the one more thing to round it out. That's a fun fact. Maybe they were pushing it already with 59. Okay, lower stress after workout. Yeah. Okay, right? I feel like in a survey, 53% of adults reported feeling good about themselves. 35% reported being in a good mood, and 30% reported feeling less stressed after a workout. Wild. I actually really would have thought those numbers would be a lot higher. I mean, honestly. I felt like, don't you feel better after a good workout when you get in and you know that you gave it? It's almost like that feeling, mental, right? Because I'm always talking about working with my clients. It's working with um, the mental stability. It's the mental space that you're in, whether you are driven or not, whether you feel in this headspace or not. You got to get to the root of the issues through your mentality. I guess my psychology degree in college is finally paying off. But you don't think about your workout and your ability to want to do that as such a mental struggle, or your relationship with food. So a lot of things that I talk about with my clients is just starting a better relationship with your food and with yourself, right? Because you have to be in a space where you're ready to make that change. Like, you can't do it for anybody else. You have to want to do it for yourself. It has to be a point where you're like, I've had enough of me. Like, I'm so over me. I need to find a relationship with a new me. And you have to come to that point on your own. Nobody can make you get there. So I do feel like, I don't know. I just feel like when you go to the gym, it makes you feel so impact, not just to the gym, but when you do a workout in general, going outside, taking a long walk, doing some, any kind of exercise in the house, any kind of thing. I'm always talking about, I keep those bands everywhere, those resistant bands that are going to be in the gift package to the raffle winner. I keep those all over the place. I keep dumbbells random. I just keep things. So if I'm standing there waiting on maybe like the pot to boil, or something's in the oven, and I'll just like do some squats and dumbbell presses, or just whatever I can do to work it into my busy day without making excuses, because we can work it in. We just choose not to. So they teach that in my daughter's they taught that in her kindergarten class last year. Life is all about choices, and I loved that they led with that type of mindset, because it's true through your life. And what better time to start instilling that than in kindergarten? Like, in life, everything is about choices, and you have the power to decide whether you're going to choose the right thing or the wrong thing, or whether you're going to choose to spend your time doing this or that. I think it's a great thing to teach to kids, because it gets them already thinking in the mindset like, oh, I have the choice. I'm the one who has the power to make that decision, and make sure you're doing it choosing the right thing the right way. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to me that only 53% of adults reported feeling good about themselves after a workout. Wouldn't you think that number is a lot higher? I would just feel like, I don't know, with all my that come in, they're just like, I already can tell, I read their energy, like from the moment they're getting out of their car to walk into me. I already know. I'm like, okay, they're not feeling it. It's not a day. And then they'll come in and be like, I'm just having a day. Like, I know, honey. So it's like, but once you're okay, they're starting with that mood, right? And then by the end of the session, they're like, oh my gosh, I needed that so much. I'm so glad I came in. I really needed that. Because that's what the power of moving your body and getting it out and let your body release all those good chemicals that make you feel good and feel euphoric and feel proud of yourself. So I don't know who they did these studies on, but 53% is a low number, and only 30% reported less stress. I mean, I guess in this day and age, like the amount of stress people go through just in life is just can be so overpowering. And you know what I always say about stress? Stress makes you fat. It does. It releases cortisol. It literally does. Like, that's what happens in your body. You release cortisol, and it spikes your insulin, turns into sugars and stored fats, and then you're making yourself fat just from stressing out. So I'm always talking about that. Nice, calm breathing techniques. YouTube has a million videos and one on says, you got 1 minute, that's it, okay, let's do it. And then guides you through a quick, like, a de-stress breathing technique that anyone can benefit from. Like, truly, it might help you to not smash your computer or bust a hole in the wall or whatever the situation you got going on. Just breathing can really help. It is scientifically studied and found, tried and true. Okay, here we go. So moving on, number 5. Number 5 of 59, we're getting there. Couples who work out together are more likely to stay together. I'm always on that tip. I'm always like, yeah, if you work out together, you stay together, or people who pray together stay together. I'm constantly with this one. So let's just see what the actual studies say about that. It makes sense though, right? If you're there pumping each other up. What I don't like is when I have a client that's come to me and they're like, oh, well, I'm finally like doing something for me, taking care of myself. And, as they say on an airplane, put your own mask on before you put anybody else's on, because you can't help other people if you're dead. So, I'll have clients come to me and just saying, I'm starting this new health journey because I really am worried about, I've got a history of this or that, or now I'm pre-diabetic, or whatever their case, they're coming to me and they want to get healthier and they're doing great and they're losing weight and their blood pressure is coming down. They're getting off their heart meds. They're like diminishing all of these prescriptions they're on. And now they're not pre-diabetic and all their vitals are checking out and they're really on a great path. But then when I tap into, how is your partner handling all of these big changes? Are they so excited? And to hear that, to have a partner at home that doesn't support it, or maybe it's all driven from ego most times, or jealousy, or, but the thing about choice is you have the choice to do it too. People don't just choose to not to do it. They choose to be in a more, relaxed and lazy status. And that's fine. That's their choice. But it does make it difficult when, the comments to the person that is in your life that's doing better and getting healthier, instead of being supportive, like, I'm so proud of you for doing this. I know it takes a lot because you're used to sitting on the couch here with me and indulging in popcorn and eating, I don't know, M&Ms and ice cream. But now instead you're over there cooking a healthy meal and going to the gym or working out, doing your workout sessions with Cara on YouTube. So, you have to be supportive because it sucks. It sucks to be doing all of that and then feeling just like you're getting blowback from the person that you really care the most about their opinion. So if you have a loved one that is trying to get in better shape, you guys be supportive. Join in. I do 100% feel it causes more strain on a marriage when you're not supportive and it's affecting you personally, because now you're feeling it. This person making the change to be healthier in their life is making you feel some type of way about you, but that's your baggage to carry. That's not for you to put on that person who is finally deciding to make a change and put them first. So be supportive and join in on the fun, because you will be so proud that you did it and you guys could do it together and build this camaraderie and, really push each other to achieve greatness. So let's see what it says about this with studies. According to studies, couples who participate in fun exercises and activities together report higher levels of overall relationship satisfaction, and even greater feelings of love for their partner. In addition, exercising with a partner allows you to fit in some us time with your busy schedule. So true. And also, what happens is you release those good endorphins and you're feeling all inspired to be intimate. You know what I'm saying? I have a whole podcast. Bo, do you remember what number podcast that was? What episode? I have a whole podcast on sex after 40. You guys should check it out. A lot of great tips in there. But yeah, even for people that are not in relationships, that podcast is good for you too. It's not just about people that are in relationships. It's also about, how to improve who you are so you can meet that right person and give the best of you so you can find your forever person if that's something you're interested in. Some people aren't. Some people are totally happy just doing their own thing. Okay, moving on. Number 6. Number 6 of 59. Okay, stretching. Okay, I read this briefly and I saw this and I was like, really? They're gonna like talk people out of stretching? What's up, you guys? Hey, over there on TikTok. I see you. I see you. Oh no. Hey, Dixie. What's up, girl? Girl, you gotta get her in on it. Look here, send her to this podcast for today, episode 43, and make her watch this. Maybe something will resonate. Don't tell her that's why you're sending her here though. Now she's gonna watch it. She's gonna see. Kind of outed myself. I forgot that part about this. But stretching before running may actually reduce endurance. As a board certified fitness coach, I do not understand this one, but I'm going to read it anyway. Okay, the vast majority of people stretch before a run to loosen up their muscles and prevent injury. According to a recent study, that might not be the best plan. In a test, I do not want any of you guys that follow my channel to let this deter you right here. I'm still going to read it because I'm not biased, but according to a recent study, that might not be the best plan. In a test including experienced runners, those who stretched, what does that say? Statically? I thought that says statistically. My print is so tiny, y'all. Those who stretched statically before the exercise used more energy and had lower stamina. Apparently, the best way to release your joints and muscles without reducing your endurance is to do some light walking. I do that anyway. Well, if we're doing like a 5K or any kind of like charity run, I stretch at home. Then when I get there, I just like constantly walk around just to keep your muscles warm. That's really what you're doing the walking around for, but you have to stretch. You can't go into a big run and then, especially when you're doing a run against other people, you become like your natural instinct to compete comes out, which I feel like most of us have. We just don't even know it because a lot of people have never put themselves in that space. But that natural instinct to compete. So you really push it, and then your adrenaline is rushing. So you're not really feeling all of those aches and ailments in the moment. So it's hard to listen to your body throwing shade in a certain area when your adrenaline is just like pumping so hard and you're just like all focused. So, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't put too much stock into that one. Remember, we are on boardpanda.com. She does provide studies, like all the testing and studies for these people, but stretching is a must. I cannot. I've worked with so many injured people because they don't stretch and they go and they work out or they're running or they took up running. They decided to join a run team or a run club and then they're like running on they don't bother with taking the time to stretch. You just can't do it. Especially after a certain age, you guys. Look here. When you have so many clients or people coming to you and you're working in a rehabilitation center and they're coming to you because they've started this new fitness thing, or maybe they're following a fitness person online and they don't teach them about proper form and they're never stretching beforehand. And even trainers, man, you can meet up with a trainer and they don't stretch you. And then they like will train a whole class and then they don't stretch you or even talk about stretching and then let you leave the class. I just can't. I think it's because, things that you go through in life kind of guide you to who you are and who you become. And I think being in that arena, working with rehabilitation centers, knowing like how important and just learning like why are you here? What did you do? Has really opened my eyes to the importance of stretching, no matter what age you are, or no matter how long you've been in fitness or an athlete. Was it last week? I think it was this week. Oh, it was last week. It was last week. The sex after 40. It might have been like 30. I don't know. That's why I was asking you. You're so good at that. It might have been 40. It might have been our 40th. Could it have been sex after 40 for the 40th episode? Did I miss that? Did I miss that cue there? Wow. It's the best one I've done. Thanks, Bo. It was a big topic. It was a very big topic. Okay, moving on. The average person, let me go back here. The average person burns around 50 calories every hour while asleep. and physically fit people burn even more. So true. Isn't that cool to know? But that's only if you're getting good sleep. Like you have to be getting good sleep. If you're getting deep REM sleep, oh my gosh, you're burning way more than that. Especially if you did a workout for the day, and especially if you ate within a window, and even more, doubling down on the double down on the double down. I don't know, what is that? Octuply down? What's it? 8 times down. If you are eating a little bit more clean than you were before. So all of those elements really start to pan out. So eating clean and getting good sleep in that REM deep sleep, and drinking your tea. Remember I told you about that white tea and that oolong tea in the daytime will also help you when you're sleeping in the evening time. And your apple cider vinegar will help you also with your digestion and keeping your metabolic rate up. So all of these things are good things to do. And I'm forgetting something, but you get the idea. We've talked about it in the last couple episodes. 7 times, you know how it goes. You take 7 times for it to commit to memory. So 7 times, if I repeat it and I repeat it and I repeat it again, hopefully it'll sink into that brain of yours. I am moving up. Let's see what these studies say. I just felt like I was on a game show. And the research shows what's the Family Feud? Okay. Our bodies continue to utilize energy while we sleep, since it is a time for the body to heal and replenish. So remember how I talked about, I know I explained it like I talked to a little kid, but that's how I like things to be explained, break it down and make it simple and easy to understand. But it's like you have all of these workers in there. You got your first responders, you got your army, you got just like your regular citizens that just have their normal jobs to do. You got your protectors, you got your destroyers, you got all these things that are happening. So everybody is to work when you're sleeping. Everybody is full to work in the job they need to do to help fix, heal, and mend you and replenish you while you're sleeping. So that's why it's so important. They can't do their job if you're not sleeping. Okay, the average human is estimated around 50, blah, blah, blah. However, that exact number depends on an individual's BMR. So, because having more muscles increases the BMR, people who exercise regularly burn even more calories than the average. So, if you just did some strength training in your day, then you're going to burn more muscle in your sleep. And if you ate enough of the proper amount of protein and fiber, you're also going to get better sleep and burn more calories in your sleep just from adding those things. Just from adding a little strength training with the resistant bands, and then you can add in the protein and the fiber. Honey, right there. You're going to be good to go. Okay, let's see. We have number 8. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. Okay, number 8 is, thank you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you over there. I appreciate you guys so, so much. Thank you. Yeah, mom's side hustle right here. I appreciate it. Let's see, number 8. You guys, I don't know, we're gonna get through all of this 59, but I am gonna post it up so you guys can go and read the rest of this link. But I might just breeze through some of these towards the end. Single people exercise more than married people do. Do you think that's true? You think that single people exercise more than married people? In my humble opinion, I would say yes, because you have no one else to answer to, so you can just do your own thing, and then you don't have anybody saying, oh, I thought we were going to do this together or spend this time, or what have you. In my humble opinion, I would say yes, but it could be the other side of the coin too. You might have a partner that like works out, and then they drag you to working out and they inspire you to do that, and you might not have done that if you were single. So it could be either way. I'm really good about putting myself in all the different shoes that could be filling the scenario. So yeah, makes it very hard it makes it very good to see all sides of the spectrum. So let's find out. Did you guys think so? Let me see what you said. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, you think so? Okay, all right. I'm getting a lot of yeses. Why? Which means yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's see. Let's see what it says. All right. So, in a survey of more than 13,000 Americans, am I over here? Yeah. Married males exercised roughly half as much per week as men who were not married. Married women exercised less than single women, though not by as much of a difference. Okay, so men were more different, married, not married, and women were not. It's different. So they're like, I don't know, I'll work out or not work out. Same old, same old. Okay, moving on. I tended to think, yeah, but I guess it could have gone either way. Walking is the most popular way to stay active in the United States. I feel like that's a great way to stay active, like literally anywhere. A lot of other countries don't have cars as much as we do. They do like public transit and bicycles, and they walk a lot. I feel like they walk a lot more than we do, which is why we're one of the heftiest countries out there. So let's just see what the study says. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that walking is the most popular form of exercise in the US. Running and weightlifting are two other notable examples, even though most Americans stick to walking. I am a wholehearted, full-on, 1,000,000% believer in the power of a good walk. So don't discount that as not working out, because it 100% is. Not just working out, but it's all the things, getting your circulation going in your body, like moving things through your body that help get the waste out, get the lactic acid out of your muscles, and then you're moving up all of the nutrition that your body needs in the areas that are fighting ailments. You need to move those carriers up so it can bring the first aid kit to help heal the areas that need healing. Can't get there very well when your blood is not pumping and circulating and getting the oxygen and the nutrients up there. So walking helps do that. You got to do it. Okay, so, oops. It takes the body 6 to 8 weeks to adapt to a training program. I'd say more like the 4 to 6 weeks, but yeah. The bedrock of developing an effective exercise program is variety, 100%. Your body's so smart, you guys. If you just stick to one thing all the time, like you walk for 2 miles, even though walking is great, every day at the same time, at the same pace, and you don't switch it up a little bit, your body is going to get used to just doing that, and it'll start burning less than the time frame than it adapts, right? So if you spend, like, let's say you do not stop walking, that's not what I'm saying at all. But if you spend some of those walks, maybe one day you just feel like walking, and another day you're walking, but you're adding in like 10-second sprint jolts. You don't have to run, but just speed walking. You're going to speed walk for 10 seconds, like looking at your watch or on your phone or whatever, 10 seconds, and then calm it back down and just catching your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth and catching that breath again, and then doing it again after 1 minute or after 45 seconds and do a 10-second push. Now you got it's called metabolic manipulation. Now you're in the space where your metabolism is going to skyrocket and shoot up, and it'll start burning more calories for you again. Your body will hit a plateau if you keep doing the same thing all the time, every time you're working out. So definitely adding those little tweaks, and that's not a big deal, right? You're not doing anything extra. Or I like to say, for my ladies that go on their group walks, their mommy walks, and I tell them, if you haven't invested in a fanny pack, please do. Because you can get a full workout scenario in those fanny packs, you guys. So I tell them to put the resistant bands in there. And while you're walking, if you're not having to push a stroller, then you can do your triceps, you can do your biceps, you can do your lateral muscles, those lateral muscles in the back that I call like the lady flaps that will like hang over your bra or your sports bra or your bra. It's not cute, but if you have them, you can tighten them up and it won't hang over as much. And that's by using that resistant bands, palms out. You guys I have those videos on my YouTube. Palms out, and you got your hands all the way up in the air, and you're just pressing out like this, keeping elbows as straight as possible. If you bend your elbows a little bit, now you're going to get your muscles back here, your flappers, and you're going to get a little bit of this flapper, the back of your arm on the wings. Then you're going to get that area too. It's called your triceps. But you can do that with just that one move while you're walking. So now you're getting strength training in, and now you're also getting your cardio and strength training at the same time. And that you can even, if you have pants or yoga pants or whatever you're wearing that have pockets, you can put those. That's why I love the resistant bands. That's why I love them. I'm waiting for a resistant band sponsor to come my way because I pushed them so hardcore. And remember, if you guys are just joining, make sure you go. If you want to join the bodywork, you're getting a nutritionist, a coach, a cheerleader, and a board certified fitness instructor and a life coach that is going to guide you to get where you want to be for just $9.99 a month. And that gets you and your name put into the raffle, which is going to be at the end of March. You just have to go over to Instagram or Facebook at Cara Chris TV and subscribe. And then I'll see you as a new subscriber. And if somebody sent you to subscribe, make sure you put their name in so they get entered in twice. And if you send a subscriber, maybe you have a coworker or somebody that you know could really use some guidance and motivation and just kind of guiding you for your personal needs, then send them over. You're getting a lot for a little. So that's at Cara Chris TV on Instagram or Facebook. And yeah, I hope to see you guys there. And I'm going to be doing the raffle right here live on my last show of the month on here. So I can choose, might wear like a little visor and do the whole like old school 80s bingo night action. Okay, what does it? Did I already read this one? Sorry. The bedrock of developing effective exercise that indicates the becoming stagnant. Okay, did I read all this? I didn't. I don't think so. However, variety provides a significant physiological advantages. In just 6 to 8 weeks, your body can adjust to a repetitive exercise program. I see what you're saying. Yeah, at 6 to 8 weeks, it will adjust. Yeah, I thought it was saying you won't see the residuals for 6 to 8 weeks, but it's saying your body will start to adjust if you don't switch it up in 6 to 8 weeks, 100%. And all my classes are different. Everything is going to be exciting and fun. We're going to have fun music. We're going to have a fun time over there on Instagram and Facebook at Cara Chris TV for the bodywork sessions. Live just for the subscribers, just for you guys that subscribe. But yeah, so you won't have to worry about this at all. But for those of you that have been doing the same thing and you keep the same pace at what you're doing, switch it up just a little bit. It doesn't take a lot, just a little bit. So this indicates this indicates that becoming stagnant in your routine might quickly result in no additional gains, meaning your muscles won't be growing anymore, you won't be burning as many calories, your metabolic rate will kind of come to a plateau. So according to researchers at the University of Florida, oh hey, that's where my son is. University of Florida, people who changed up their workouts every few weeks reported feeling more fulfilled and motivated. I think that's true in life anyway, right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Do you guys feel that way? I like a change up. Like if I'm doing the same thing over and over and I'm just built that way though. Some people love that. But when it comes to your workouts, when it's something that you want to be both fun and inspirational and motivational and changing the way that you are, you want it to be exciting because you're taking your time out of your day to do something that you might otherwise find dreadful. You want it to be something that inspires you to want to go and do something and you're not doing the same old mundane thing. So I definitely love it. I feel like also the power of music is so important too. Like getting that big vibe going on and just like keeping your mind just like focused on the moment and the energy and everybody else around you, I think is so powerful. And even if you're just doing it, like watching, and like when you do it with me on the lives, I make sure that I'm just like right in your face and the camera, like, come on, you guys got this. The same way I would train with my clients in person. That's what you're going to get. It's a different take on this girl. It's a little bit of this girl, but it's a lot more of just like leading with like inspiration and excitement and love and just like really excited to see you achieve your goals. So I've never had anybody walk away from training with me that felt worse or bad or whatever or complained ever. Maybe they're complaining about how tough that was and they're like wiping sweat from their brow. Let's see, when it changed up, blah, blah, blah. Okay, got that. You guys, I did not realize that. I should know better. Dixie, if you're still there watching, I got in trouble so much in school for talking. Who knew? My teachers would be so proud of me that I like have turned my gift of gab into a career. So 11 out of 59. I'm going to have to post this for you guys for sure with the way this is going. 11. The word gymnasium comes from an ancient Greek word meaning school for naked exercise. Really? I need to fact check that. The word gymnasium comes from an ancient Greek word meaning school for naked exercise. Huh, interesting. Who knew? I could get that. Those Greeks. I could get behind that. I could see how that would be a Greek word for nakedness, working out naked. Although I feel like when you're working out naked, I don't think that that's I don't know. I don't think it's very alluring to like watch someone squat down and make it. I don't know. I just, all the, just no. I'm not even going to get descriptive there. You guys can just go ahead and imagine right there. There's a lot of things I feel like aren't going to be very flattering that you do in the gym if you were naked. I feel like it would just definitely change the tone for sure. And we all have a little bit of immaturity in us, right? I feel like there would be a lot of, laughter going on. Historically, male athletes above 18 trained in gymnasiums before competing in the public games of the time. What is this word? Gymnasiarchs, who were government officials in charge of organizing games and sports at public events. It makes me think of oh my gosh, what is that where they're trying to, like, you vote for tribune and then you fight for food portions. What is that movie? Oh my gosh, my brain just blanked out on that. But gymnasiarchs, who were government officials in charge of organizing games and sports at public events and oversaw the schools of and contestants, were responsible for supervising the gymnasiums. I guess I could see like a coliseums. So what? They just went in and did their sports naked. Interesting. I think maybe the Greeks did a lot of things naked. Okay. Dancing is an excellent form of exercise. 100%. You guys know that. That's like, yeah, duh. Because you're moving your body, you get a good sweat on. If you are not coordinated, though, I could see where it might become more frustrating than something that's fun. But hey, what I say when I used to be a dance instructor, move your body. It's fine. Just move your body. Whatever the beat makes you feel, that's your dance style. So the best exercise is one that you can inspire yourself to do often. Dancing makes staying active easier and more fun for those who enjoy it. Besides, it similarly enhances cardiovascular health to jogging or cycling. So, yes, it is 100% a form of exercise. You definitely can count that. So, if you think about it, when you're going out to the club and getting your dance on, depending on how much you danced for the night, you actually can add that into your cardio that you calculate for the day. Just saying, little side note, exercise can be therapeutic to those suffering from depression, 100 million percent. Antidepressant drugs are frequently used to treat depression, which affects 1 in 10 people in the United States. Isn't that terrible? We have gotten so far off track. It used to be like one I think it was like a couple thousand or 10,000. It was really astronomical how high the number was, one in like several thousand, and now it's 1 in 10. I feel like that is very environmental. It's also the level of obesity in our country. The more things that we come up with that makes us not have to move anywhere. You don't have to like get up to change your television. You don't have to get up to do this. I mean, so many accessible things that keep you from having to even do anything these days, physical. So, in 1 in 10 people, but medication isn't the only option. This is very true. I constantly say this to my clients if this is something that they want to try and wean off or at least take a lower dose of. According to research, exercise is also proven therapeutic. However, while it works for some as well as pharmaceuticals, exercise alone is insufficient for someone with severe depression. So if you don't have like circumstantial depression or you're not depressed just because life has dealt you a bad hand. So if life has dealt you a bad hand, you guys, you have to get this book. I have been reading. I'm not a big reader either. Usually, like, I listen to a podcast or an audio thing. Like, I don't have time to sit down and read a book. But this was gifted to me by my sister-in-law, and she told me the testimonies of her friends, and she's like, trust me, you're going to want to do this. This is the book. Y'all know I've been talking about this book. It's called The Magic. I think it's like $15 paperback. Something nostalgic, though, about reading. And it also, I get like heavy-eyed when I'm reading at night and I turn the TV off. I'm like, oh, this is actually helping me sleep. My sleep aid right here. And then I have to reread it early in the morning because I almost like was in a dazy, sleepy haze when I was reading it. But it will change your life. If you're ready to level your game up, this is it. It's The Magic by The Secret. This is the bottom. See this? Company right there, The Magic by The Secret. This book is so amazing. It gives you just like a little read. It's like a couple pages for the whole chat for the whole day. You read it the night before so you can get your mindset and thinking about it. And when you read stuff before you go to bed, it kind of you think about it. Like my mom would read the Bible every single night before she went to bed. So that's the dreams she would try and have. But I feel like since doing this, like I always thought I was a grateful person, but this has changed my life in such a big way. And my husband started doing it too. And everybody that I have talked to that have read this book were like, it is a game changer. And it made sense that they had read this book before, knowing them. I'm like, oh, that makes sense because you are that, you display that. And I just feel like if everybody read this book, the world would be a better place. But if you really feel like life's dealt you a bad hand and you're really trying to get a leg up and make this your year and just make big changes, financial changes or like friendship changes or relationship changes or whatever, it's all encompassing. It's literally whatever you're putting your mind and focus into is what you get back. So it's really cool. You guys check it out. And if you can't afford to get the book, you can go on to the link. If you type in The Magic Book Day by Day, somebody else did a blog on it, so they posted every day of this book. So I looked it up and cross-referenced it to make sure it's the same book and it hasn't been rewritten or upgraded in any way, and it hasn't. So you can go and type in The Magic Book Day by Day, and it'll give you all the days, and you have challenges to do each day. So speaking of challenges, who did their homework from yesterday? Whose dog ate their homework? Who did their homework yesterday? Remember, the homework was to get you on your right path, right, for your eating. Take note of everything you eat from the moment you woke up today. Maybe you could do it tomorrow if you missed today. From the moment you wake up, what did you eat? Why did you feel like you needed to eat? Did you feel hungry? Or is it just by habit? Make sure you're paying attention to your stomach and to your mind and to your surrounding and your scenario before you write something down. Like, did you eat that snack because you were actually feeling hungry, or were you stressed, or were you bored? And then the next thing, like, did you eat that other snack because you actually felt hungry, or were you stressed, or were you bored? And then so on and so on. And what did you eat? So then at the end of the night, I want you to go through and I want you to mark off all the things that you said that you ate because you were bored, or you were having an emotional, like you were stressed or having an emotional reaction, and you wanted that quick shoot of dopamine, release of serotonin to make you feel good in the moment. So that will help you. The reason why I do this with my clients is because it helps them to really get a good look, like literally visually, a look at how much food they're actually eating in a day and how much of it was just emotional or boredom eating. And then trying to take that in your next day challenge being, okay, it has to be another work day, it has to be 2 days that are kind of the same type of day. And then omitting those things that they ate from emotion and boredom, omitting those things and just focusing on the times you were actually hungry and seeing that big change, seeing the change in your mood, seeing the change in the way that you feel about yourself, seeing the change in your clarity and how focused you are and the balance of your mood swings, and also for your energy levels and your libido. Everything starts to change when you do this thing. So that was the homework. If you missed your homework and you need to get a couple points marked off, I won't mark any points off if you do it, you decide to do it next week. So it has to be during a work week or, 2 consecutive types of days. Like if you're going to do a weekend warrior thing, then do it on Saturday and Sunday and then try it like that. But I feel like during the work week is more effective because you're different during the work week when you're away and you're doing your thing, or, just the work week. So more stress is involved. That's usually the time I like to do it. Okay, let's try and get through at least 10 more. At least 10 more. 14 of 59. Music can improve your training performance. We already kind of ran down this one before. The body of research on workout music. Where am I at? The body of research on workout music has grown significantly over the past 10 years. True. Oh my gosh, I lost my space. Okay. Assisting psychologists in better understanding why exercise and music are such a powerful combination for so many people. Music improves mood. Agreed. Reduces perceived effort, boosts endurance, diverts attention from pain and exhaustion, and may even encourage metabolic efficiency. People run farther, ride farther, and swim faster while listening to music, often without even realizing it. In fact, research showed that runners who listened to upbeat music throughout a race finished in more quickly than those who didn't. Super agree. Hold on, I have to be right. I just remembered I need to drop a package off. This is so out of character, but I do have to be right back. You guys enjoy my seat. I just remembered, you guys. Welcome to my real life. This is real life. I just remembered that UPS was coming to pick up a package and I didn't even put it outside. All right. Hi. Welcome to the real life of Cara. This is how it goes. It's a live show, right? So music improves mood, blah, 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 blah. We already got that, often upbeat. I agree. It drives me if I didn't put a playlist together and then I'm getting through, shuffling through my music, and then it comes to a slow song. I'm like, no, I wish I have 3 more. I have 3 more reps and I'm exhausted. I didn't need a sleepy song coming on. So agreed. Okay, 15 exercises. Number 15, exercise can benefit everyone, no matter one's age, shape, or size. 100%, right? For sure. Oops, sorry, meant to see this. Age, abilities, ethnicity, shape, or size are relevant when it comes to reaping the health benefits of physical activity. True, so true. Physical activity. Any individual who spends less time sitting and instead engages in moderate to vigorous physical exercise benefits from it, even if those benefits are not obvious or apparent right away. So true. I'm telling you, I'm always talking about those people in the YMCA that would be back there training with when I was competing, and I would be back there in the free weight room, and next to me would be a dude who was 99, about to turn 100, or I'd be walking through the lobby and there'd be a lady celebrating her 104th birthday, and, not with a cane, not with a walker, and they're still doing her water aerobics. If you take care of your body will take care of you, right? And that's the whole point of this channel that I started, was how I know that life of just like self-torture and putting my body through the worst scenario and not taking care of my temple. I know that life, and I know how easy it was to get on track. Alexa, cancel. I know how not easy. I know that the simple steps it took to get in place, even though it was difficult to change my relationship. When you're ready, and you're all in and you're ready to get it, and you'll get there, and you don't even have to spend a dime to do it. It really is such an accessible world these days. And with intermittent fasting and also all the at-home workouts that are available online, just remember what I said. If you're not watching me or you're not involved with me in my bodywork program, please make sure you're going to someone that is certified and trained to show you those workouts, and they make sure that you're doing a stretch and proper form, because that is how you work on injury. You're not working on improvements to your body. But 100%, that's what this channel is about, is learning to live your best life from the inside out. And the best way to do that is just one tiny step at a time. I don't take you to the base of Mount Everest. I take you to a tiny molehill, and we just walk over one little molehill at a time before I have you look back and you see you climbed the mountain. So I'm sure I was blurry that whole time. Oh my gosh, don't even play with me, Bo. My mic has been just deciding to have a fun little field day with me. Now, nice trip. It's not April 1st. You can't do a Fool's Day on me yet. Can't do a Fool's Day on me yet, and I'm pretty good at sniffing those out. I come up with the worst ones. No, not great. Okay. Worst ones meaning they're not really that funny because it's really detrimental. I'm gonna work on that. Individual who spends less time sitting. Okay, yeah, I got that part. Okay, type 2 diabetes can be prevented and managed with regular exercise and a healthy diet. It was found that engaging in regular physical exercise improves blood glucose control, can prevent or delay type 2 diabetes, and has positive effects on lipids, blood sugar, cardiovascular events, mortality, and quality of life. 1,000,000%. I can't tell you how many people have come to me pre-diabetic and like, I need help. I got to stop. What's happening? 1,000,000%. We just start with the basics and we get there. But it really is about choices, right? But 1,000,000%. This is so true. Number 17. Sorry, I know I'm blurry when I'm over there. I know I'm blurry when I switch over to read it. It's just so much louder over there. Yes. I know this day. Hello? Hey. Hmm? Oh, because she had, yeah, but she usually just comes here afterwards, and she has, well, where are they going to take her? Okay, I'll go pick her up at Reagan. Okay. Will she get her and bring her back here? Oh, gotcha. Okay. So they won't oh, yeah. Oh, right. Okay. All right. I'll get Caroline first and then go get her. Is she going to stay up there with her? Oh, okay. Okay, perfect. All right. I'll be there. Okay. Thank you. Bye. So today's the day. Friday. Welcome to Friday. I know I had a mute it. I'm having a sleepover here with the kids, and parents are calling and they forget that I'm doing my stream, which they should be watching, shouldn't they? They should be on here. Might learn a few things too. So even 10 minutes of exercise. Okay, I'm gonna try and make it a 20. I'm gonna make it a 20. And I'm gonna make it through 59, but I'll make it a 20. Okay, even 10 minutes of exercise can help you become healthier and fitter. 100%. Yes. So let's see what their studies say. Compared to a control group, right? Yeah. Overweight or obese women who were typically inactive increased their cardiovascular health by walking for only 10 to 15 minutes each day. In a separate study of sedentary men, it was discovered that a group who biked for 10 minutes at a moderate pace and then for 1 minute at a high intensity had the same effect on their oxygen uptake as a group that exercised for 50 minutes at a moderate pace. So that's what we're talking about, like adding those little bursts of energy in there. So maybe you're walking, but then you like speed walk for 10 seconds and then go back to a regular. You're going to burn way more calories than that. And you don't have to walk as long if you didn't want to. You can actually walk less and get the same amount of benefit, if not even more so, because now you've manipulated your metabolic rate. So after the 12-week research, both groups had similar fitness gains and outperformed the control group. These findings support the idea that even short exercise can boost your health, especially if you are not already active. Like I preach from the tower tops. The Tabata is 4 minutes. You guys, that was created by I think it was like a Japanese, I don't know. He was like some type of, what are they, the samurai kind of guy. And he came up with Tabata, which is the study of, short power movements with a little, followed by a little bit of rest. So Tabata is 8 movements, 20-second push, and then a 10-second rest. A 20-second push, and then a 10-second rest. Push meaning like give it your all for that 20 seconds, and then take that 10 seconds to just breathe yourself back down, and then going again. And that's it. When you're done with that 8, you're done. It's 4 minutes, and that's your workout. And you're getting a nice boost. You're getting your circulation going. There's so many benefits there. So, yes, absolutely. That's a good one. 18. Regular weight training increases the number of calories burned throughout the day. What do you think? You guys should know by now if you've been watching this show. Do you think that's true? Tell me. Studies that examine the precise calorie expenditure of muscle against fat are uncommon because accurate measurements would be challenging to obtain, which makes sense because it depends on a lot of things. Your BMI, your genetics, how often you work out, what is your age. Like there's so many factors to factor in there. However, one study found that muscle accounts for around 20% of the total calories you burn daily. This is so true, whereas fat accounts for only 5%. According to another study examining sedentary adult women, resistance exercise increased their basal metabolic rate, their BMR, up to 48 hours. That's so true, 100%. So when you're working out, just think about this. Strength training, you can use those resistant bands. You can use the wall. You can use the chair, like as long as you're like lifting your weight up and on areas that you wouldn't normally, like your arms, or holding plank, all your body weight horizontal. As long as you're working in strength like that, you can do like what I said. There's so many workouts, wall workouts, floor workouts, chair workouts that you can do with strength training that don't include any equipment. But by doing that and adding protein, enough protein and enough fiber in your diet, you're going to burn so much more fat each day just from those 3 things. Strength training in some kind of capacity, sometimes doing like a wall hold where you're up against the wall and you're just kind of holding your weight up off of it while you're standing up, or on a chair or a bench, or doing some like tricep dips where your legs are bent and you're pressing your body weight. Things like that is considered strength training. So just working out those muscles a little bit each day, maybe doing some squats while you're waiting, hold on to the countertop and do some squats while you're waiting for some things in the oven or a pot to boil or whatever. So fitting it in and working it in and not making excuses, but making better, wiser choices is going to get you there. And you will burn more fat while you're sleeping with that added strength training, that appropriate amount of protein and appropriate fiber for the day. And remember, you guys, my sponsor, I'm so excited about. If you don't get enough fiber in your diet and you don't eat enough foods with enough fiber in it, you can literally drink this every day. It's doctor approved to drink it every day. It's even safe for your kids and your toddlers, and it will keep them regular if they're having an ouchy tummy because they haven't done a poo. in the last few days or day, but this is for, it's an orange flavor. It tastes kind of like Sunny D or, like an orange Fanta. It's really delish, but you drink it up. You have to drink it fast. Otherwise it turns into like a fun science experiment and turns like a jello mold in your glass, which is kind of very interesting to see, but you can drink it every day and it just helps pull together and grab up all those feces and that waste and those particles that are going through your colon, that get it out of the body, because you can carry up to 8 to 12, sometimes even 15 pounds of waste just all stuck up in your intestines. It's kind of gross, right? But if you stay regular, you keep it moving through and you stay healthy and your gut stays healthy, and then it actually will help you burn more fat. So those are 3 key things that you can do: adding more fiber like Metamucil, or you can add in more protein. You can do protein shakes or just eating more protein in general in your meals, and also strength training, and you will burn so much more extra so much more extra fat while you sleep. Okay, and did we make it to 20 yet? Nope, we're at 19. We're going to do it. Doing just crunches won't slim the midsection. Do you think that's true? Let's just see. Abdominal exercises can help you. Sorry, you guys, so small. Abdominal exercises can help you seem leaner by strengthening your core. However, core exercises alone won't eliminate that stubborn belly fat. This is true. This is very true. According to studies, engaging in cardiovascular activities like brisk walking, running, biking for 20 to 40 minutes daily will assist you in slimming down your waistline. Or if you're doing a lot of core work like you do when you're doing HIIT, high intensity interval training, or Pilates, even yoga, where you're doing a lot of frozen holds and muscle isolation and planks and really engaging that core a lot, that is going to help you constantly burning the fat around, I call the whole tire, where you get that whole like inner tube going all the way around. That'll help with it works all the muscles of the abs, the obliques, and the lower back to full encompass, like snatching that waistline up. I really suggest doing that. I really, really do. And sorry, I know I'm blurry. I'm switching over. And then I'll go to a couple questions before we go. We made it to 20. There are 59, but we made it to 20. This is boardpanda.com fitness facts, if you guys want to go, and it will say 59 facts. But boardpanda.com fitness facts. Gardening is a moderate intensity level activity. Do you think that's true? Gardening, hey? Let's just see. It's mistaken to think lifting weights is the only way to build muscle. I mean, you can build muscle in many ways. You don't have to be lifting weights. Your body is a weight if you just suspend it in a way that it becomes such. There are, in fact, many different ways to increase strength without lifting heavy. Beyond enhancing one's yard and being closer to nature, gardening has many other advantages. Gardening is considered moderate intensity activity by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. In fact, just 30 to 45 minutes spent gardening can burn up to 300 calories. Fun fact. Wow, didn't know that. The only thing I would say about gardening, you guys can finish that up if you want to. You go to boardpanda.com and then type in the fitness facts, and they'll show you 59. 59 comes up, you're on the right one. But I will, Bo. I'll check Messenger out on Instagram. Thank you. The thing about gardening, right, or like doing activities like that, I feel like, my own humble opinion, many people don't have the proper form that they should. You're working with the flowers of first, or you're leaning over to the side and you got improper form. Now you're working on injuring that lower back or tweaking these little muscles that link at the base of your rhomboids that run from your neck to your top of your to your booty. I feel like you work on so much more injury when you don't bend over properly, you're not picking things up properly, and you don't have your back and your spine in line. I know it looks silly, but it really is. Who cares? You're not like trying to win an award for how cool you look, or maybe you are. I don't know. But you shouldn't be if it's affecting your health and your injuries and your spine and in your hips and in your legs and in so many places you can inflame by doing that wrong improper movement over and over, like bending over and grabbing something, hunching the back, letting those knees fall past those toes, where you're like just working on killing the ACL in your knees and pulling those ligaments out and putting too much stress and strain. So I guess it really does depend on if you're gardening, are you doing those things in proper form? When you're bent over and you should have your booty swung out and like keeping your spine nice and in alignment. So again, it's a situational thing for sure. And I hate to cut this off, you guys, but I have had so much fun talking with you guys today and going over these things. We only made it through 20 of the 59, but hey, a lot of great stuff in there, right? And I am going to go back. I do want to know what the rest of those 59. So I'll post the link up later. And when I got the kids at the trampoline park later, I'll post up some stuff. And so you guys can keep up with it and make sure to join in the raffle. Go over to Instagram or Facebook and yeah, join in on the body work. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be a great way to connect and also get you on track and be your number one cheerleader. And for anybody that is in the raffle, the prize is going to be the resistance bands that I'm always talking about using. And then I've had other companies reach out to me. They're going to send and drop some mystery fitness, health, and beauty related stuff into that bag. So you'll have a nice little surprise gift bag headed your way if you win that raffle, which will be live on stream at the end of the month. So make sure you like, subscribe. Sharing is caring always. You want to spread that good vibe. And for people that need to hear it, just spread the love out there. I'm here to help you living your best life from the inside out, truly without breaking the bank and trying to get you as healthy as possible so you can enjoy your life while you're here. So thank you guys so much. And it's Friday. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. But please do hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm going live Tuesday through Fridays through the week. I'm here Eastern. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern time. And I hope to see you guys next week. Both, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Dixie, it's good to see you in here. And all of you guys that joined me, I really appreciate you being here. Caleb, thank you. It's very nice to see you. Also, make sure you go check out my daughter who has fought cancer, and she is trying to give back to those cancer kids and send them to them and two of their loved ones to the theme park this summer. If you want to donate to that, please do go to Caroline, Caroline, Caroline Lilly, Lilly on Facebook or Instagram. Or if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see my post about it with a link to where you can go. And we will give you a shout out and we will send you a little gift bag to say thank you so much for your donation and for sharing your heart with us. But thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys so big. You have no idea. My heart is overflowing. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And I'll see you next week. Bye.